every time we play it. Okay, get this. Tim Kalushaw of Dallas Morning News said the Cowboys may have a favorable season in 2021 thanks to the change of quarterbacks in the NFC. He made the case that out of the potential 8 NFC teams that could have different starting quarterbacks next season, only 2 of them, Sam Darnold in Carolina and Matthew Stafford in LA, are upgrades. This would leave the door open for the Cowboys to have, a pretty good season with a healthy Dak Prescott. So, Shannon, do you agree here?
No. Dak Prescott is the first quarterback in NFL history that broke his leg and got better. Now, Dak Prescott couldn't get paid for 2.5 years. He breaks his leg, get $40 million, and everybody says, nah, he's the savior. Now, this is what we know. Did Russell Wilson leave Seattle? Now, the draft is still not here. He still might get traded. Seattle is still better than the Cowboys. What about Aaron Rodgers? Did he leave Green Bay? The Packers are still better than the Cowboys. What about Tom Brady? Is he still in Tampa? Last I heard, he was really enjoying Tampa and might play another 2 to 3 years. So he's still there. He mentioned Matthew Stafford. Matthew Stafford, I believe, is an upgrade over Jared Goff with the Rams. So they were better than they were last year. So they're better. Now, when we get down to it, now, if you want to get specific and say the NFC East, I believe Ryan Fitzpatrick signing with Washington is a bigger upgrade than Dak Prescott re-signing with the Cowboys. I'm not saying that he's better. I'm just saying it's an upgrade over what they had last year. So when you really get down to it, Skip, now you want to say the NFC East? Daniel Jones, I mean, you're saying, Dak's the best in the NFC East. But wow. You give me a choice between bologna, hot dogs, Vienna sausages, or Spam. I'm going to take one, but...
Which one are you going to take?
Bologna, Spam, hot dogs, Vienna sausages. I'm taking Vienna sausages.
Are you really?
Yeah.
I thought you'd take hot dogs.
No, hell no. No. No.
Okay. Vienna sausages are going to win the division next year, and I got 5 cases on it, right?
But you gave me everybody.
I got 5 cases on Vienna sausages.
You gave me Washington and the Giants and the Eagles.
I gave you all.
So you gave me bologna,
hot dogs,
Spam.
and what was the other one?
Spam.
Okay. I gave you all 3 of them. You can eat to your heart's discontent. You can stuff yourself on all 3 of them, and it'll get you nowhere but empty calories.
Okay.
So I get the point of Tim Kalashaw's article because by default, you can argue that Dallas has the most stable quarterback situation this side of Brady because Brady is Brady and he's back.
And Rodgers is Rodgers.
Well, that's not true because we know Green Bay's got issues with Aaron Rodgers. And
we got issues with them.
For all I know, he's going to become the full-time Jeopardy host to replace the great Alex Trebek. And he says he can do both, and I think Green Bay's saying, yeah, not on our watch, you get to do both.
So you think he's going to become the full-time Jeopardy host this year?
Well, it's got to be sooner than later.
No.
They're flying them out.
But they already taping, so this done.
Okay, but I'm just saying, sooner than later, they're going to have to make a choice. Our permanent host is who? Aaron Rodgers.
Right.
Maybe it will be. I didn't love him, but a lot of people seem to.
Yeah, good. He was good.
Okay, I didn't think so. I didn't think he was convincing, or I didn't think he was comfortable in the role. But the point is, they're not comfortable with him in Green Bay, which is why they drafted a quarterback a year ago.
Wait, for the last 2.5 years, you guys weren't comfortable with Dak.
Okay.
But now all of a sudden you're comfortable with him?
Okay, he is back in the saddle, and he's happy because he got his money.
Y'all had an arranged marriage. That was a shotgun wedding.
Well,
you were forced to marry him, and now you got to be happy, even if you're not.
Jerry was forced to do
exactly.
the deal. Everything conspired against him. It was wrong place, wrong time for Jerry. So he said, I have no choice but to keep him because Jerry feels like he's too long in the tooth to go try to draft a kid and hope that he hits the lottery with one of those top 5 quarterbacks, right? Yeah. So he said, tried and true. Dak has been to 2 Pro Bowls. He's won 2 divisions, right? Mm-hmm. And if Kyle Pitts falls into our laps at number 10, we might have the greatest receiving core in the history of football for Dak Prescott.
I mean, if the Vikings get a little help on defense, I mean, their offense is going to be just, if not better than yours. I mean, you look at the wide receivers and Dalvin Cook. Would you have Dalvin Cook or you have Zeke Elliott? Dalvin Cook, Zeke Elliott.
Dak Prescott or Kirk Cousins? I mean,
you already know how I feel. You already know I'm on first cousin.
Oh, stop it.
First cousin got this thing.
Yeah, Dak has owned first cousins.
Then we saw what we did to y'all in Dallas a couple of years ago.
I mean, we went up and won at Minnesota, beat Kirk Cousins with Andy Dalton, and you're trying to hype Minnesota?
The defense was bad.
Okay,
like I said,
and Russell Wilson, they're at odds. There's big underlying issues there.
And they beat y'all last year. Green Bay beat y'all every time they play you.
Yeah.
Do y'all play
what
Tampa?
happened when Dak played Russell Wilson for all the marbles in a playoff game? What happened? He outplayed Russell Wilson and won the game.
His record,
arm and legs.
Hold on. If I'm not mistaken, Skip, I think Russell Wilson in the regular season is 2-0 against you guys.
Okay, well, how about a game that mattered called a playoff game?
Well, he won't have to play y'all in playoffs this year.
Could you qualify that as an unstable situation? Yep,
Yeah.
you can. Both Green Bay and Seattle, unstable. Matthew Stafford, he was always looked at as a loser and a stat patter and just a...
All that being said, the Rams were better than the Cowboys last year, and the quarterback situation got upgraded.
Okay, can you make the case that Matt Stafford was a victim of that organization for all those many years? You can. I like him. I'm not going to say I love him, but I like him, and I agree. He's an upgrade.
Is he better than Dak?
He's more talented than Dak as a thrower of the football, but I don't know if his intangibles are better because I never saw him.
Is the offense better? Do they have a better play caller than the Cowboys? Yes and yes.
That's wrong. Absolutely not. Kellen Moore, I'll stack him up with McVay any day.
No, stack him up what?
Yeah, come on.
You must be going to stack him up, put him in the closet where he should be.
All
He should
right,
be
we got to move on. We got to move on. Did we see the dunk of the year over the weekend? Don't miss the reports. Eddie George will be named the new head football coach at Tennessee State. George has no previous head coaching experience, but the school is reportedly looking to find a spark to get the program headed in the right direction. Sanders, who is now the coach at Jackson State, another HBCU, tweeted his support for George last night. So, Shannon, will this work?
Skip, I think it'll work, but the success is going to be relative. The likelihood of them flipping a 4 or 5-star guy that was going to go to Alabama, Ohio State, or Georgia is very unlikely. But I do think Eddie George, being who he is, made his career in Tennessee, has a Heisman Trophy winner.
By the way, you saw him up close.
I did. I saw him up close in person, yeah. And so I believe he can go sit on a mom and dad's couch or grandma and grandpa's couch and explain, not only will I help this kid become a better football player, but I'll help this player become a better man, a better person in society. And he'll get a great education, and he'll be able to go out and not only make himself proud, but make you proud of the young man that you raised. Yep. So I do believe Eddie will have that kind of impact, just like Deion Primetime is at Jackson State doing a great job. But it's going to take some time. It takes time to get those level of guys. People don't realize.
It takes time and time.
And time and money, because you know.
Time as in prime time.
Yes. Skip, you got to realize a lot of these, like in the late 60s and 70s, before integrations, black guys had to go to black colleges. So they had to go to Southern. They had to go to Tennessee State and Grambling and Savannah State. There was not an option. Now that you've opened it up, now it's integrated. There are options. Now I think I want to play in front of 105,000 at Ohio State. They believe that it's a quicker path, a pipeline, because, Skip, you got a coach at every position. My offensive coordinator was my position coach.
Yep.
And he coached the running backs also.
Yep.
So you don't have an inside linebacker coach, an outside linebacker coach, a rush specialist, a D-tackle specialist. You don't have all that, all the training table. Skip, we ate with the general population. And athletes, they eat with other athletes, not the general population. We ate with the general population. So it's a decided disadvantage that they're up against. But to answer Jenny's question, yes, I believe Eddie will have success. He knows football. Now, being a great player, can he relay that information?